Today, July 12, is Caribbean Literature Day, a day in which organizers say Caribbean literature should be acknowledged and celebrated. Reporter Kimberly De Souza spoke to a few Caribbean writers who gave their views on the importance of the day and the diversity of authors in the region.
Laughter is not laughter. It is a groan coming from the bosom of these houses, no, not houses, shacks, that leap out of the red dirt and stone, thin like smoke, fragile like kite paper, balancing on their rickety pillars as broomsticks on the edge of a juggler's nose. That was an excerpt from Earl Lovelace's The Dragon Can Dance. And today on Caribbean Literature Day, we celebrate some of the writers who have shared their stories with the world. Described by the Bocas Literary Festival as a highly anticipated pan-Caribbean celebration of words, stories, and ideas, Caribbean Literature Day is commemorated by lovers of Caribbean works across the region. Program Director of Bocas, Nicholas Lachlan, says Caribbean writings are in a very thriving state.
Every year there's, new writers, kind of popping up, exciting new books. Established writers who we've known for years coming out with new stuff, moving in different directions. There's, just more and more writers in terms of numbers. There's a greater diversity in terms of their backgrounds, their interests, the stories they want to tell, the accents they speak in and write in, the kind of language they want to use.
One such author is Jamaican short story writer Sharma Taylor, whose debut novel, What a Mother's Love Don't Teach You, will be released in July next year. Ms. Taylor says the day highlights what Caribbean writers always knew, that their voice matters.
Because for me, books are a kind of conversation, and I think the more we have different people with their different backgrounds and outlooks and perspectives joining in that conversation and really engaging with the subject matter of the book or whatever piece of art it is and the themes around it, the richer that we all are. And of course, it's a conversation that should be going on every day, not just once a year.
While Caribbean writers help to share our unique stories, many new writers have broken the barriers and are venturing into romance, even speculative fiction such as fantasy. One longtime writer, Barbadian Karen Lord, has won numerous awards for her work, such as the Frank Collymore Literary Endowment Award, the Mythopoeic Fantasy Award, and the Reviewer's Choice Science Fiction Award. Although her work can be described as fantasy, she still retains her Caribbean signature.
Even my own work, which is sufficiently fantastical that it's usually not set on Earth, that not on Earth you would recognize, is still set in places that are very much beholden to the Caribbean as an inspiration. Is still populated with people who are very much connected to who I am culturally and who I am historically.
While Trinidad's Lisa ALLEN-AGOSTINI's The Bread the Devil Need is getting a lot of great reviews, she suggests readers grab a copy of Canicia Lubran's The Disgraphist and Sherry Jones' How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House.
Another is Canicia Lubran's The Disgraphist. It's a very unusual word and hard for me to pronounce, but it's an award-winning book of poetry that has just basically been cleaning up all over. Another book that's been winning a lot of awards is Moni Groffy's The Mermaid of Black Conch, and that has been critically praised, awarded up and down the place, and so I think, it's definitely worth a look. Kai Miller's new collection of essays, Things I Have Withheld.
The first region-wide Caribbean Literature Day was launched on July 12, 2020, after the House of Nahisi publishers called for the Pan-Caribbean Literature Day at the online closing ceremony of the 18th Annual St. Martin Book Fair on June 6, 2020. Kimberly De Souza, TTT News.
The National Library and Information System of Trinidad and Tobago, Ornalis, is choosing to celebrate the works of first-time authors on Caribbean Literature Day. Director of the Heritage Library at Nallas, Charmaine Glasgow, says publishing a new book is a big deal and should be honored.
So this year we have 45 new authors who published within 2020, and of course, COVID has it that we cannot have a face-to-face gathering, so we would invite anyone to come on to the Facebook page, Heritage Library's Facebook page, and meet and greet our authors.
Ms. Glasgow says the Heritage Library is responsible for amassing all written work by authors from Trinidad and Tobago, adding that the library hosts a series of programs to help first-time authors.
It's a program that NALIS has, run by the Heritage Library Division, where we celebrate the act of publishing your very first book. That is something so very important, because to sit and take an idea and take it all the way through to have a published work in your hand is something very important.
Ms. Glasgow encouraged the people to visit NALIS's website and the social media pages for more information. And remember,